God, barf again. It's cool. Barf again. Jesus Christ. Fucking puking all over the place. You need to watch your fucking booze intake. Learn to handle that shit. Speaking of, so like me and my cousin and my brother, we all work at the same place. We have the same place of employment. Different jobs, all of us, but we work at the same place. I had to help out my cousin the other day with some shit. And she's upper management, you know, she's a manager. And I'm talking to a guy that like works underneath her, you know, doing some shit for him. And then like I wrap up all the work I'm doing for him, you know. And I'm like, hey, by the way, your boss is my fucking cousin. And he's like, what? No way. And he's like, you gotta tell me some fucking belligerent stories about her and all this shit. Like her being crazy. And I'm like, I was like, I don't have any stories of her being a fucking idiot, but I've got stories of me being a fucking idiot and her having to babysit me. When I was fucking 19, I was at my cousin's wedding, not my cousin, my uncle's wedding. My uncle got married. And I'm sitting at the same table with my cousin, my brother. We were all sitting at the same table. I'm only 19, but open bar, right? Open fucking bar. So I get fucking wasted at my uncle's wedding. Like, literally, I end up blacking out. So, my cousin's fiance passed away. He takes me, I go in the car with him, and we're gonna meet him at my cousin's hotel. You know, like, we're gonna continue partying over there or whatever. So, like, he's like, you wanna go stop and, like, get some more booze? And I was like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever, man. I'm fucking wasted, though, you know? So he was actually, like, able to buy booze because he was older, you know? So he goes into the store to get some fucking more alcohol and shit. And he comes back outside, and I think he had a Jeep. I don't know, I was really drunk. I think he had a Jeep. I was in his Jeep. And he comes outside, and I'm just, like, rolling around by the tires. I'm literally rolling around on the fucking asphalt in the middle of the parking lot, like, around the tires of his fucking car. And he's like, what the fuck? He gets me back into his car, and then we get to the hotel room. And then I just, like, fall into, like, my cousin's, like, fucking suitcase. And they're like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And then the last thing I remember was falling face first into their suitcase. And then I wake up and I have different clothes on. My hair is pinned up and I'm leaning over a toilet. That's the next thing I remember. I passed out into her suitcase. And then I wake up over a toilet, different clothes on. And then like stuff starts coming back to me. I start remembering things. And I remember being in the shower. And my two cousins, both girls, obviously, but my two cousins are in the bathroom with me and they're changing my clothes and like washing me and shit. I started to remember that. I remember them like changing my clothes like I'm a little fucking kid, you know, take your fucking, you know, let's put your pajamas on, you know, like literally babysitting me. 'Cause I got so fucking drunk. I still owe my cousin, dude. I owe her, dude. I take care of her at work. Anytime she needs something from me at work, I'm like, I fucking got you. I got you, boo. I remember one time me and her and my brother, when we were at my grandma and grandpa's house, this was like back in the mad 90s. I don't know if you guys remember those old school printers, but the old school printers, all the papers were attached to each other. You had to rip them apart when they came out. And there was also, like, you had to rip apart, like, it was like maybe 1/4 of an inch worth of paper on the sides of each size that had, like, was hole punched. You had to rip that off, too. But, like, back in the day, it was, like, a thing to make, like, banners because the printed paper was all together. So we made this big-ass banner that was, like, 5 feet long that said Ace of Base rules. I remember making that with her and my brother. She is pretty cool. But yeah, no. I'm like, I don't have a story of my cousin being belligerent and drunk, but I definitely have one of me. The next day, I was so hungover, and my dad, I drove home from California with my dad. It was just, I don't know why, but he drove me home, and I sat in the back seat, and I was just like dry heaving in this little like ice chest for like 6 hours straight. I was just like, ah! My dad knew too. He was like, damn, you got drunk, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, I got fucking wasted. He's like, all right. My dad was cool. Like, my dad never wanted me to like do that shit, you know? Because it's like, I mean, you don't want your kid doing that, you know? Like, he was definitely like responsible with me. But like, whenever I got myself into those situations, you know, he just like got it. He's like, I get it, you know? I did the same dumb shit too, you know? So like, he wouldn't like, I didn't get like fucking, you know, in trouble or anything, you know? He was just like, God damn it, you know? Like, I guess you gotta learn your lesson kind of thing. Yeah, I saw the sign. I guess you could say it opened up my eyes.